Uh, Hello guys and welcome back. Today we are going to continue from where we stopped in our last class, and we talked about list in HTML. We've talked about HTML list, and we've talked about ordered list on ordered list. So today we are going to be moving on to the last type of list we are going to be talking about, which is the description list. So description list, what are description lists? So it's just another way of listing item using HTML. So but this type of this type of list is somehow different from the other two we've discussed, in the sense that this particular list we are going to be talking about is a type of list items with what description. So it is, we are going to list some terms and we are going to be defining or describing the terms. So let us get started. So firstly, I'm going to delete this one and or maybe I should open a new file. Let me open a new file and let me call it description list.html. Good. So I've created a new file, and I guess you guys know how to create a new file. And if you don't know, so we have a video that's talked about that. And I'm going to, oh, my description is not correct, sorry. Let me rename this. So we have a list. Good. So now the structure of an HTML. So we have the structure, and so don't forget that in our last class I talked about list, and I let you know that whatever type of list you want to give to your page, so you have to first let the browser know the type of list you are going to be using. Before I proceed, let me write my h1. So, oh sorry, where am I putting that? So h1 and description list. So to let us know that, okay, we are talking about description list. And if we check this in our browser, let me copy path and let me check this on my browser. So now I can see we have our h1 description list. So we've talked about header before, and so there are videos that talked about it on our channel, so you can check it later. So as I was saying, if you want to tell, you have to tell the browser the type of list. Like now you want to create a list of items. So what type of list are you using? Are you using ordered list? Are you using unordered list? In our previous classes, we talked about the unordered list. If it is an unordered list type you want to use, so you are going to use your UL tag. So in between your UL tag, you are going to put the list. And also, if you are using the ordered list, you are going to put your OL tag. Do you get that? And you are going to put a list between these two tags, opening and closing tag. Now, for today's class, we want to talk about the description list. So the description list is going to tell, before we start, we have to tell the browser that, okay, the type of list we want to use is a description, a list. So, and that is indicated by using DL. So DL. So DL is just another way of telling the browser that, okay, the type of list I'm trying to list out is description list. And in the description list we have two other tags. So we have the, in the previous ones we talked about, we said we have ordered list and unordered list, and in between the ordered list we just have the list terms, the terms we want to list out. So but in the case of description list, we have two terms. So we have, the first term is the term. We have two tags rather. The first tag will be telling us the term we are listing out, and that is indicated using the DT tag. So DT tag means just like description term or defined terms. So the terms to be defined, or the term we want to define. So this is what the DT means. So in here we are going to put the terms we want to describe. Are you getting it? For example, let me say I want to describe, okay, rice, since I'm using food now. So the other tag, I said we have two tags in between the word, the description list. So the other two tag is what we have as dd. So dd is just telling us that, okay, this tag is telling us the description of that tab. So it means that the description of dt will be put into this word dd. I hope it is clear. So this is what dd stands for. So that means for our description list we are going to have something like this, and we can have as many as we like. We can have as many as we like. And for the description of this, I can just put, okay, it is a type of food. So let me put it like that. It is the type. Let me save now and let us check on our browser. So now if I should refresh my page, you will notice I can see. So we have the description, the term we want to define, or the term we want to describe, and its description. So this is its what description. So this is one way of another type of what list. And I say we can have as many as we like. So I can also put, okay, let me put another one, dt, and this I want to put beans. So the dd, let me put, it is another type of food. Let me save and let's see again. Good. I can see we now have another list, another term and its description. So you will notice that the term we are defining is here, and there are some, like, it's white space between it, and its description is down here. So this is a good way of defining something. So if you want to define something, so you can use what a description list. So I think to not make this tutorial long, so this is what we're going to be talking about. So we can just recap. So what we are going to recap is starting from the ordered list. So in our first class we talked about the word ordered list, and this is the ordered list we talked about. So such that it is a way of what listing out elements or terms or items using what HTML. So we can list items using our what on ordered list. So, and also we can also, another list we talk about is what ordered list. So we talked about ordered list, and also we talked about what nested list. So nested list. So you can have lists inside what another list. So, and there's a way of doing this which we did in our last class also. And the last one we talked about is the word description list, which we are talking about today. So I think I hope this video is helpful and beneficial. Please kindly subscribe to our channel and give us a thumb like. Until we meet in our next class, goodbye.